Hey guys, me and Dave. It's Friday night. What is it? 5/22/2020. So I thought I'd do a little video tonight. It's been a long day. I've been up since 6 o'clock. We brought the dogs to the vet and stuff like that, and they got fixed, and they're really tired, and they got staples in them and stuff like that. We really have to watch them quite closely, and really have to keep an eye on them and stuff. So it's been a long day, watching the pups and stuff like that, and they got fixed, and they really needed to get fixed because, like I said before, like they had a little problem before, so they got fixed and they're home now, and they're really tired and they're probably sore and stuff like that. But so I just thought I'd mention the dogs for a little bit. Um, for you dog lovers, if you love dogs, you can understand where I'm coming from. I'm a dog dad. I got to take care of, my dogs. Anyway, I wanted to mention something. I wanted to mention Karen Stewart. I don't know her personally. I've never talked to her. I don't know her. I know her as like a big TI supposedly, like, you know what I mean? Um, Leader, whatever you want to call her. I don't really get into all that crazy talk. With these leaders, and they're all this and they're all that, and I don't believe a lot of that stuff. But I want to warn you guys. And this may get back to her, which I really don't care. But anyway, there's been several people that have kind of said that Karen Stewart is a perp. It's possible. She retired from the NSA and all this stuff, and supposedly her story. She told her story on several of these alternative channels, and getting her name out there and getting to be well known, and getting her story out there and all this stuff. There's a lot of people that have complained about her perping them. A lot of real TIs. So this is just a warning. I would be careful of some of these people out there that are claiming to be big TIs. They make a name for themselves, and they go on all these talk shows, and they do all these groups and all this stuff. You know why they do that? Because they don't want real TIs to control this community. This community isn't controlled by real TIs. It's just not. That's reality of it. If you don't want to see that, that's your problem. But this community is run by perps. That's the truth of it. Some people don't want to see that. But so there's been a lot of people that have called out some of these people, like Karen Stewart. Saying that she's bad mouthing real TIs, saying they have schizophrenia and they're crazy and they're a nut job, and they're all this stuff. I read a big thing about it today. There was a real TI older lady being targeted in Canada, and she wrote this big thing on Karen Stewart. Um, you know, um, you could tell she was a real target and being tortured. Being tortured very badly in Canada. You know, yeah, another person too is Todd Giffen. Todd Giffen went to a protest with Karen Stewart, and um, he accused her of having ESP. I know there's TIs that don't believe in ESP and all this stuff, but this technology has advanced that far, you guys. you know and some people want to discredit other TIs and stuff about this stuff that we're talking about. They just don't think this it has been advanced that far. you know you know I mean, it has. So some of your perps have ESP. That's a real thing. They do have it. Dr. Duncan even mentioned it. All right? So stop listening to these other guys making videos that are trying to discredit other TIs. So anyway, so Todd Giffen went to a protest with Karen Stewart, and he accused her of having ESP. She was validating their technology when he was there. They do that in my program all the time. All the time. They bang. In Todd Giffen's program, they whistle. Or they might do other things to validate that technology. They have ESP. They really do. So there's been several other TIs that have mentioned being perped by Karen Stewart. I've read some other things on Facebook, and I've heard, there's been other TIs making videos and all that stuff that have kind of called her out and said that she's a perp and all this stuff, a government agent. So it's possible, Be careful out there. Also, I'm saying is be careful out there, you guys. It seems like, it when you're just out there giving out your number to these people and your email addresses to these people and stuff like that are on those calls, or you're on Facebook and all this stuff, those people seem to get perped more, by by perps. Me myself, I keep a close click where I know they're real TIs, and I don't get perped that way. But there's a lot of perps out there. I have gotten perped by other people out there on Facebook and stuff. Even when I pop on those calls, I don't know any of those people. I don't talk. I don't want to know any of those people. And they'll say parts of my life. Why would they do that? Well, they do it, because we're big targets, and somebody will say something that you're thinking, or somebody will say something about part of your life that only you would know, and stuff. It happens all the time. So be careful of some of these leaders claiming to be TIs. And I'll give you an example of a bunch of things here in a minute. You have to be careful out there, you guys. They will set you up with perps. They'll be like, "Oh, I'll connect you with this person. Oh, but that person's a perp. Oh, we can't vet everyone. Oh, I'm unknowingly, I can't even talk, setting you up with perps. We can't vet everyone. No, but you're setting people up with perps. That's your job, setting people up with perps." I hear it all the time. They go to these leaders. "Oh, we'll connect you with other TIs in your state." No, and then the real TI ends up getting perped by that person. And then the leaders say, "Well, we can't vet everyone." They play stupid. We can't vet everyone. So I'll go back to my original thought here, if I can remember it. I find it funny. And this may get back to the leaders. I don't give a shit. These leaders are self-appointed leaders. They have no power, okay? They have no power over you. What are they going to do? They can't do crap to you. They're self-appointed leaders, and they're perps, all right? That's the truth of it. That's the truth of this program, this community, you have to ask yourself, how in the hell do these people do activism and not get hit? How do they do activism and not get hit? They're not getting hit. These people that are doing billboards and they're doing these calls and doing radio shows and they're doing all this stuff to help the community, and oh my God, how are they not getting hit? How are they not getting hit? How? Sorry if I'm getting loud. But really, it's like, how are they not getting hit? I wrote to Marco Rubio and I got a heart attack. John Hall, they gave him a heart attack. Dr. Duncan had to go into hiding for a while. Brian too spreads this information about this program. He gets hit nonstop. There's many, many, many other people. James Lico gets nailed because he has a website. You know, there's all these people getting nailed for doing activism. How do these people that have these calls, they don't get hit at all? Every single one of them, none of them get hit for doing activism. None of them. How is that? You have to ask yourself that. I gotta cut this off, and I'll talk to you guys later.